Hello, how are you? I am back again and today I want to show you a handbag. This is actually my mum's handbag. It is pretty much vintage now. It is 10 years old. It's a Mulberry Bayswater bag. It is in the classic oak colour and it looks phenomenal. Like, it's pretty much the nicest Mulberry bag I've ever seen, which is crazy because you would think the best bag is a brand new bag, but it's not. With Mulberry, it's always the older bags, which I think look best, especially if they've been well cared for, well maintained. The leather gets better with age. So if you are considering buying a Mulberry bag, first of all, you should. Second of all, it gets better with age. Third of all, look after it because it will just age beautifully and get better and better and better and better. So I'm going to show you my mum's bag. It is literally 10 years old, if not more, like 12. It is the classic Bayswater tote. Actually, no, it's not a tote. There's a Bayswater tote, but this is just a Bayswater. I always think of it as a tote, but it's technically more of a grab bag. But it's got the brass hardware. It's in the oak colour. It has been beautifully cared for over the years, and it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous bag. It has never been sparred, but it has been recently refurbished because a tiny bit of piping was coming out at the corner. So it was refurbished by Mulberry themselves. They have a refurbishment service, which is really good. And obviously they have everything that they need, all the official findings, leathers, craftsmanship, everything. However, I would say that their refurbishment service is quite expensive. So I wouldn't send your bag to be just sparred. I would send it when you actually need to get it like repaired more than anything. But yeah, I think it's incredible. Like, the leather looks beautiful. It's a beautiful grainy leather and it honestly looks better than it did when it was bought. It's got a stunning patina. It's got stunning age to it. It just looks incredible. The handles are a little bit darker. I'm gonna pop them down here so that you can hopefully see. The handles are a little bit darker because you can see where it's been held. Like, hand cream has just kind of like transferred and kind of given it a bit of a darker colour, but I actually really like that. The handles are still really strong, and I will try and touch on this in a bit, but you have to feed the leather. You have to feed the leather, you have to use a leather cream, because the handles and the corners are often the first places to go, just because they get the most wear and tear. But if you feed the leather, it will keep the leather strong. So not only will it make the leather look good, not only will it clean the leather, but it will also keep the leather really strong, and then you won't get like broken and cracked handles, and then they won't literally break, like literally snap. But yeah, here is a bag, beautiful brass hardware. It's got the luggage tag, and inside it's got the padlock, which has got the mulberry tree on. I'm going to try and show it to you, but I'm really clumsy, so I'm really bad at getting these out. But it says Mulberry on one side and it's got the tree logo on the other, and it just kind of tangles down, generally on the left, but you can put it on the right if you prefer. And I think it's got the mulberry tree. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no, it does. Gosh, it's really faded. It's got the mulberry tree on the outside as well, but over the years the embossing has really kind of like it's not so obvious now. It's grainy leather, it's beautiful, the structure is really, really good. My mum uses it in the winter, and then in the summer she puts a pillow in and keeps the structure. It is really, really important that when you are putting your bags away for a period of time, to put them away clean, to put them away dry, and put them away padded. The padding will help keep the structure. For instance, if you were to hang it on a coat hanger, it would pull the straps up. So you actually want to sit it on the base, but you want to pad it up. Either use tissue paper, a cushion. You can buy special cushions, which I probably wouldn't personally do because I'm cheap. But yeah, you can pad it up with fabric, with tissue paper, with jiffy bags, whatever you want, but just keep that structure because it will keep the structure of the bag. And don't hang it up because it will pull the handles and it could potentially weaken the handles, but also just change the shape. The back, again, beautiful. The base, beautiful. Just beautiful leather. Like, it's just aged perfectly well. There is some scratches on the hardware. I think technically she could have asked them to replace it, But to be honest, I think it would be weird to have a new brass hardware plate when the leather is looking aged and beautiful. On the inside, it's still really nice and clean. It's got a few biro marks, but nothing major. It's got the Mulberry logo on the zip pulls. It's got the Mulberry label stitched in on leather, and it's got a tag underneath, and on the back it has a serial code, so look out for that. And it also has the Mulberry logo in the buckles on the inside. But yeah, it's just a beautiful bag. I mean, it has been wonderfully well cared for by my mother. She has used it a lot. Like, it is her everyday handbag for the winter months, and it has been for the last 10 years. It's just a beautiful bag. I would say the oak is my personal favorite color. It also looks beautiful in black, but there are so many colors to choose from, so just pick the best one for you. And then finally, I would say the top tip, something that you should always do with all your bags, all your leather bags anyway, is leather cream. Use leather cream. It will feed the bag, it will feed the leather, it will nourish it, it will keep it clean as well, because the cream actually lifts the dirt off. A bit like cleansing oil for the face, it lifts the dirt off and then you wipe it away, so it's cleaner, but it's also hydrating and nourishing the leather, so it will give it that beautiful patina. It will also keep the leather strong, and it will just keep it clean as well. You can get the bag sparred by Mulberry themselves. This was restored by Mulberry themselves. It is quite an expensive process, so I would say be careful of that, and don't just generally get it sparred just for fun. I would say wait till you need actual repair work. I mean, it took 10 years for this to need repair work, and it was a couple of £100, so it was quite expensive, but it was worth it. So that is worth knowing. You can send it to independent places, but I would say if you can send it to the manufacturer, always send it to the manufacturer, even if it is a little bit more expensive. And if you have an old Mulberry bag that is beyond repair, that you don't even want anymore, you don't want to pay the money to get it repaired, you can actually have a trade-in at Mulberry, and I think they will give you 20% off your next Mulberry bag as well, which is pretty good. But yeah, here is the bag. It's absolutely beautiful, a true testament to how amazing Mulberry bags are, what good quality they are, what fantastic leather they use. It really is phenomenal leather that they use. It is the best, and I just don't think this could look any better. Always use the leather cream, probably about once a year. Put it away, put your bag away dry. If you get caught in the rain, always dry it off. Don't put it by the radiator, don't try and hair dry it off. Just wipe it dry and then let it dry naturally. Never put it away with products inside. Always put it away empty and then padded. And I'm trying to think what else. Just keep it in like a temperate zone. Like, don't put it in a utility room where it could be cold and moist. Don't put it in an airing cupboard where it's warm and dry. Just put it in a temperate living zone. Think of it as like your own skin. Like, where would your skin be happiest? And it would be happiest with airflow. It would be happier with warmth, but not too much warmth, not too much dryness, not too much wet. So for instance, don't put it in a loft where it gets very hot and very cold. And yeah, just love your bags, look after them. And if you do, then in 10 years time, it might look just as wonderful as this one. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning leather. It's just a truly beautiful Mulberry Bayswater. And yeah, it's been looked after perfectly, used so much. I mean, it's been used so much every day for literally a decade. And I think it looks even better than the day it was bought, which I remember, which is crazy. I remember my mum buying it, and yeah, it looks even better than it did back then. She still has the dust bag, which I left in the other room, so apologies. But yeah, I wanted to show you because it's beautiful. I've done other Mulberry bag videos, and I've also done a blog post on how to save money on your Mulberry bag. And if you are shopping for Mulberry bags, I put the shopping link below, including the one to this exact bag in this exact colour. And I think that's everything. I think I did do a video as well on how to save money on Mulberry bags. I can't remember, but yeah, it might be worth watching that one. But yeah, I hope that is of help and interest. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.